G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about shower screens. And this is something that I'm pretty sure people aren't paying enough attention to, and I'm aware of that because no one ever asks me about them. So, shower screen is the last thing that water touches before it hits the coffee you've just spent 10 minutes prepping. So you've got your grind setting right, you've used your WDT and your tools and distributors, and you've got it perfectly even and tamped amazingly. Pop it into the machine, hit the button, and then you hit it with uneven water. And what I mean by that is that's dirty, which means water can't get through evenly. So not only should that be cleaned or replaced, you can upgrade it. Okay, good example is this is a Breville 58mm shower screen. Those holes that are in there, they look even, but they're not. These are pressed steel. There is no way that those holes can be even. This is a Passado version for a 54mm Breville, so it has those bigger holes, and then if you look closely, it actually has these tiny little holes, and they're all the same size, which means the water's coming out at the same rate, spread over the entire puck, extracting your coffee nicely that you've spent all this time getting ready. IMS, in my opinion, are the best. This is the exact shower screen that comes in the San Remo Cube in Australia. I will be upgrading that, but we'll talk about that in a moment. This is a Gargia version, so again, you've got the bigger holes that you can see, and then if that focuses, you can see the tiny little mesh style as well. Heaps of little holes. Don't mind the dirty hands, it's just coffee. It's what standard day in the life of a barista. If your hands aren't dirty after making coffees, you haven't been fast enough. Challenge accepted. Now we're going to talk about upgrades. So this is what comes in most E61s exactly. So that's actually come from the ECM behind me. We are going to be upgrading that to the IMS, which is not only more even, it's clean, slightly bigger surface underneath. I've measured it's slightly bigger. If you look into the Weber Mono, whatever it's called, the Weber thing, sorry Weber, you're out of my budget, so I don't have one. Send me one for free, I'll test it, I promise. Anyway, so, bigger surface, more even holes. Why doesn't that sound like English? Anyway, the holes are all an even size and evenly distributed. And then the next level up, which is what I'm going to be doing on the Cube in probably one of the next videos when I give it a service. I'll put up a vote. Everyone voted that I give the Cube a service. It's due anyway, which was perfect timing. I am upgrading to, it's still an IMS, but if you have a look at the color, it's not just pretty. So stainless, this is a nano quartz coated, and the idea behind it is it has less friction and it's not as sticky. I can actually feel the difference. This one feels kind of like stainless water, kind of feels wet, and it's sticky. I can actually feel the friction, where this guy, it's super smooth, which means the water is less likely to stick to it. Number one, giving us a more even flow. Why doesn't that sound English again? I don't know what's wrong with me today. I need more coffee. But it also means that things aren't going to stick to it. That's going to take a lot longer to happen. I don't think that will ever happen to my machine because I clean it all the time. I backflush all the time. Backflushing will slow that down or prevent that from happening, but it's not hard to remove. I actually use no tools to remove this. The back of a spoon, pop it out, give it a clean, whack it back up in there. That sounded dirty. Anyway, so you guys can wait for the next video for that. If you want to see it, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that video comes out. You can see it. Sick. And this guy is going to go into the ECM. And we're also going to be replacing the element which is busted in that machine, which is pretty sad to see. But the machine's fairly old, as you can see. It's made a few cups. We're going to chuck a new element, a couple of other little bits and pieces. Get that guy working. If you want me to film that, please let me know ASAP, because I'm literally about to start putting this machine back together. So, better be quick on that. Please check out Patreon, support the page, buy some stuff. Sick. Thanks guys. Have yourselves a great day and happy brewing.